actually you're activating your chakras. Whenever you do the Psalms 23, you're activating your chakras. Matter of fact, when you do the Lord's Prayer, you are bringing energy down into you. Descending energy into you. Descending energy would be equivalent to this right here. All the Eastern stars know that symbol. All right? That is descending energy, feminine energy, descending to earth, inside of you. All right? Then you have ascending energy, which is that right, that right there, we get that right there. All right.
Why is the Lord's Prayer bringing it down? Like our Father who art in heaven.
Right. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us of our trespasses. So as you're saying it, you bringing energy down into you. Now as you say Psalms 23, you know what I'm saying, which is the Lord is my shepherd, or Yahweh is my shepherd, I shall not want. You know what I'm saying? He make me to lie down in green pastures. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, thou with me. Thy rod, thy staff, thou comfort me. Thou prepare a table before the presence of my enemies. That anointed my head with oil, that cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and will dwell in the house of the Lord. So this is ascending energy. You get it? This is the house of the Lord right here. So I would dwell in the house of the Lord. So that means when you say these two prayers back to back, what it does is create a circular micro-orbit effect within your body, which is what is nothing more than the serpent biting his tail, which represents the fact of you becoming immortal. That's what that represents. Immortal, everlasting, eternal, forever. In other words, you develop the gift of regeneration. That's what the serpent biting his tail represents, or what is called the aurora is, aurora borealis. Where you get the term aurora borealis later on with the lights, you know what I'm saying, the northern lights and all of that.
In other words, it's good to recite those two.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good to know the scriptures, period. You know what I'm saying? It's all metaphysical. But when you create this micro-orbit within you, then there's no blockages and stagnation of energy within you. So therefore, you're able to create whatever you want here on this physical plane. But this is what this gives you the ability in order to do. All right? Yes.
I told him where to find the 23rd. It's in the Psalms.
Psalms 23.
He wants to know where the Lord's Prayer to find
the Lord's Prayer is in
Matthew 6, right.
6:9?
6:9, right. Matter of fact, that's where we were reading from a little bit earlier.
As they asked the rabbi, they said, Rabbi, how should we pray? Teach us how to pray. And he told them the only prayer that you need to pray is the Lord's Prayer. It says in 6:9 Matthew.
Because what you want to do is bring energy into your body. The only time you want to release energy is when you're doing a healing. You get this? Yes. It balances and creates a micro-orbit effect. In other words, within the ancient teachings, it tells us that in order to be able to recycle energy and to rejuvenate ourselves, you must create a micro-orbit effect within you, because that micro-orbit is the same as the macro-orbit. As the sun goes around the 12 zodiac signs, then you want that energy to go around your glands, your 12 glands. And your 12 glands would be your pineal gland, pituitary gland, your thyroid glands, which is also the parathyroid glands, your thymus gland, your pancreas, your spleen, your liver, your prostate gland, you know what I'm saying, within the male's uterus, within the woman, your sacral, you know what I'm saying, gland, which is the 8 divided cells of mitosis, as well as also your kidneys. So those are symbolic to the 12 organs, which is the 12 planets within you. Symbolic to those 12 planets. And matter of fact, as we go into, Revelation 12 chapter speaks about us moving from the 7, you know what I'm saying, number 7 to the number 12. If you go to Revelation, the 12th chapter, it speaks about moving from 7 stars to 12 stars. And those 12 stars are talking about certain organs activating within you. Like your lungs reactivating, your spleen reactivating. The 12th chapter. Yeah. Matter of fact, we go to I got it. You go to Revelation, the 1st chapter. Right. Right, the first chapter speaks about 7 stars. All right. Right here, Revelations, the first chapter. Where is that here? Revelation, the first chapter, and we see here that, what's his name?
Seven spirits.
The 7 stars.
7 stars.
Yeah, that was in the right hand. And he that had, okay, this is the 16th verse. And he had in his right hand 7 stars. So then you go to Revelations, the he is the Son of Man, which is actually somebody to Melchizedek or Michael or Jesus, which is actually you. All right. Those 7 stars are nothing more than the 7 chakras. Then you go to chapter 12, and it speaks about, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven. A woman clothed with the sun, which is the sun is nothing more than the which is nothing more than the halo, in which that develops, or what is called the sun disk, Atan. This is a picture of the woman clothed with the sun. Right here, this is the same thing. We read it, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven. And woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet. And upon her head was a crown of 12 stars. See the 12 stars? So now we move from 7 stars to 12 stars. So that means that soon we would develop out of a 7 chakra system into a 12 chakra system. So therefore, you'll have certain organs in which that is becoming reactivated within you right now. There's 2 particular glands in which that is becoming reactivated also, is what is called the barytheric gland, in which that Malachi York speaks about, which is a gland that sits right up under here in the submental area of the chin. Another one is a gland in which that Deborah Blair speaks about, in which that is called the kingdom, or the king chamber, in which that is a little hole right here at the roof of the mouth, in which that is like a mound, and in the center of this mound is a hole in which that leads, the passageway leads up to the pineal gland. So that means whenever you speak or whenever you do deep meditations with certain breath, this air goes up through that passageway and massages the pineal gland, therefore making you be able to see God himself much more quicker than the average person who doesn't have that gland. So therefore, this is the gland in which that was given to the sons and the daughters of God. Less women have it, more men have it. Europeans don't have it. Okay?
Sorry.
Yes.
The gland.
This gland, okay. I can't show you the gland. I mean, I got one in my mouth. I would show it to you, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, everybody can't be up in my grill. You know what I'm saying? But, barytheric. Barytheric gland. It's a gland that's here. It's like a little ball. Matter of fact, it's right up in the chin. Males and females have this gland. And this actually gives you a trait in order to tell you who's who on planet Earth. Because for those who have this gland, means that they're able to handle this high information which that we're talking about. And I'm pretty sure that damn near every one of you up in here got that joint. Or you wouldn't be here. All right? Now, the other gland is a mound gland, and inside at the roof of your mouth, which is called the upper palate, is a mound. It's like that. You know what I'm saying? This is the true mound builders right here. Ain't just talking about building some mounds outside or on earth. You're talking about the mounds inside of you. But this is the mound, and it's right here at the top of the roof of the mouth. If you take your tongue and reach up at the top of the palate, upper palate, you will feel a gland there. It's like a little. It's just like this. And in the center of it is a hole. And this hole is a passageway in which that leads to the cavities of the sinus cavities of the brain, in particular the third ventricle, in which that the pineal gland oversees the third ventricle, so therefore you are in direct contact with God himself. Yes.
Well, because it's
How?
soft.
Is that root gazing right
It's a
there?
little soft.
Roof gazing?
Root gazing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the signs of when the yogi masters, when they take their tongue and place it back that's what they're touching. What they're doing is re-stimulating that gland and bringing it back into functioning. It has to function. Once again, these are techniques in which they,
It
I have to get into it.
harden up, and then it gets
Bingo.
soft.
Bingo.
Soft.
That's it. That's it. Yep, exactly.
And the more you put your tongue there, you
Right. There's an ancient technique of being able to do certain breath techniques in which that helps with that process.
We need